Uh, Welcome you all to the seminar, which is the highlight session of the seminar today. I understand that the participants are now coming into the room. For the content of the experts, they are very tight. A lot of contents. I'll be the moderator of this morning session, so I would like to begin the session right now. Next, we'll have about 1 hour to discuss about internet, the power to create. During the past, we might have found that internet might create some kind of negative impact, but today we'll join hands to create positive impact. Today we are honored by many knowledgeable experts and speakers who has worked with the internet themselves. First one, Dr. Tuisak Goanantun, please welcome him. Dr. Tuisak is presently the president of NSTDA, NASDA. You can choose the seat wherever you like. Next, Professor Dr. Kanchana Kanchanasut, Vice Chairman of Thai Network Information Center Foundation. And next, you can choose your seat. Next, Dr. Sak Sekunchot, the President and CEO of EGA. Also, or in Thai, that's EGA. Next, Kun Surankanawa Yupap. Please welcome her. Kun Surankana is Chief Executive Officer of Electronic Transaction Development Agency, or EDA. Another guest speaker, Kun Dongtip Chumprang. She is Regional Manager of the Internet Society. And I am Kampon Sontarat, currently Director of ICT Department, the Office of the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC. For the discussion today, we'll talk about the power to create. With your permission, I would like to start the session. For our session, since when we use the word power to create, I think each of you might think differently to what extent. So I would like to ask about the definition of this concept. So each of you look at the power of internet in which direction. Dr. Tuisak, please, the first one. Please just turn it on. I want to change to number 5. Good morning, honored guests. The topic power to create. It came with internet from the beginning because the person who create during that time they had such limited resources. It was open society. Even the engineering who who start this program, they had the open session of the internet and have open minded. Sometimes it's out of the framework. They dare to provide something in order for the people from all over the world to use their service. So such open standard or the hardware is very important, because when they start to create the internet at the beginning, those creator or the person who create, they chose to use the spec of the hardware in the form of hard copies for people to read and provide comments or opinion before they produce for selling. That's the open standard that anybody can build on it without too much financial investment. So, and I would like to end with the sample that is Pim Berners. He wrote the specification for people to exchange the information and want everybody to study, and the result they got was World Wide Web. It wasn't charged with any payment at all, and as to what extent everybody know about World Wide Web. So it's an open society, open-minded, so that's the power to create. Another thing, when we talk about openness, in order for people to build on that, when we talk about the power to create, then it can be both positive and negative. For negative aspect, how can we make it to be creative power? This is a good question. We talk about hardware specification. I missed one thing. They are open, but they have the quality, and what had been created can facilitate and everybody can use. As for positive and negative, we have to look at internet as a tool, because the society can use, whether they use in a good way or a bad way. So that depends on the internet user. Anyway, to regulate or supervise this, we have to expand to cover the society and also technology. So we have to help each other to supervise whether it should be used in a negative or positive way. So it's the mission with such power, we have to use it jointly in order to supervise and regulate it, in order to push forward the internet power to be creative. How about Dr. Sak? What do you think about the power to create of internet?
Greeting everybody.
ที่ผมได้รับผิดชอบอยู่ตัวนี้ก็คือเรื่องของการนำ IT ไปใช้ในของภาครัฐนะครับที่ผ่านมาในเรื่องของการนำ IT ไปภาครัฐหรือเรียกว่า e-government นะครับ
For my discussion, I will talk about what I'm responsible on. Basically, on the governmental infrastructure, we work on it for so many years, for more than 10 years, but on our organization and on my duty. Most of the time, when we look at it, we look at it from our viewpoint, from our standpoint, but sometimes we miss to listen the feedback from the public. Like we initiated the cloud computing, e-services, e-government, and everything, and we just start to open up to listen to the people's ideas. But look at our neighboring country. There's in Singapore, before they work on the government projects, e-government projects, they have to ask the input from their people. And I think we need to listen to the requirements from the people and what kind of services they would like to have, and we have to open up for some kind of the public hearing or even the voting whether they really require such services. So when you look at the power to create, but we have to take into account the inclusion of the public, the people have to put to give the feedback to the government agencies, and so the services from the government will be more complete. So let's ask Dr. Kanchana, the Vice Chairperson of the TINIC Foundation. So let me discuss further from the earlier two speakers. From Dr. Twisak, he started off by the internet was created with the principles of the openness. It should be open to everyone, and it started off by the open standard and everything, and so it will be open freely, free and openly to the internet, and have to provide opportunities for the people to use it and to have to listen to all of them also. And it's just like the foundation of democratic society. Everybody have equal rights to express their opinions, and we have to listen to others. This is very powerful. Is the power underlying the internet development. And previously, it's very difficult to have an access to internet, but right now, it's more accessible, and it's more open, and we even have to provide more access to others in the remote areas. And if you look at the theme, the power to create, that were initiated by the organizer, and we after we look at it, we think about it, what kind of the power and what things we have to create. In my opinion, the term create can refer to many things. The first thing is you might think about creating applications, all kind of softwares and everything, because you think that if you are going to have some kind of internet business, you need to create your own applications or killing applications to provide to the public. But that's not the aim or the that's where I think lots of Thai people crazy about they would like to create their own killing applications and everything, but we really need to create the people, the capable people, and that can be the role model, can be the new generation, new breed of people have to take good care, have to be handed over the responsibilities to work for the society. And another thing, we have to create the open society that provide the support for the internet continuity. Even we have so many groups in our society. You may think that we have both good and bad, but bad people. But we really need to support the good people to take good care of our society. And so you think about creating the opportunities for new generation to work, to have more opportunities and more openness, like the no borderless society. Yes, but I think we have to focus on the people. That's the most essential thing. So let's turn to
หมายผมไม่แน่ใจว่าพลังแห่งการสร้างสรรค์เนี่ยเวลาที่มันมาเชื่อมโยงกับเรื่องของกฎระเบียบเนี่ยเรายังสร้างสรรค์ได้ใช่ไหมครับ
expert. At the moment, I'm the CEO of the Electronic Transaction Development Agency. So my agency is responsible to provide the supporting environment for the Thai society to work. And basically, we work closely with the Thai CERT. CERT is the organization who take care of the internet security that can provide the more secure environment for conducting business and everything. So basically, for my idea, I think if we have a dream, we have to pursue our dream to the end and to achieve it. And like in my organization, we have to provide opportunities, provide the good environment for all of stakeholders to work on top of it. And I believe for Thai people, I think we already have such dream, and we work together to work on it. But we also have some kind of black hatter groups who create malware, malicious program also. But we have to fight with them. So in summary, you talk about we have to dream and dream beyond from what we are right now, and we have to make our dream come true. So
definition เรื่องของ
Now let's go to the definition of power to create to Kun Duangtip, who is also working with the internet, not only in Thailand, but at a global level and worldwide. So how do you look at the power to create as to which way? Good morning. Actually, these four senior people, they have already summarized the main points. So just for internet society, we have another aspect, like the word power to create. We call it innovation. It's like creating without asking for permission. And this term we have been used for a long time in order to encourage the development of internet in Thailand. And for the first part that Dr. Twisak said about the standard of internet was created according to the standard under our subsidy, which includes the process to come up to this process. It was independent and open by stakeholders. Just like Dr. Kanchana said, it must be open society, whether people around us, under us, or above us, they can provide opinion and integrate into our opinions without limitation. This is important because our investment capital in the future is our thinking. So this capital investment, if they are very cheap, then it will be better because it's good for creativity. So the power to create here depends on the power in our hands. What do we think about doing today or tomorrow? It depends on us. Depend on whether we can integrate them into others' thoughts. Like in the past, like some communist country in the past, actually they just come out from the supervised system when we help with them, we found that they have been very forward in internet development. So the question is that it doesn't mean whichever system we are from, but it depends on the integration of our society. One thing I would like to add is that when we talk about the figure, like now what is the population? So we look at the number of the population and the networks we created, but there is another figure that we might miss. It's about the rate. That is the rate of the people who can have access to the internet according to the language. Mainly is English. That's about the thinking of the people in general, but actually it's not, because when we talk about language, the main language is Chinese, Japanese. When talking about pronunciation by language, this rate is important in two aspects. First one is about the internet network. It's reached the whole society. Like in Japan, they can have access of internet about 100%. So everyone can access. They have the right to participate in developing the internet and benefit from such participation. But in our country, we talk only about the linkage or the connection about internet network to the people. That's a basic idea. So I would like to leave with you that we have the power, we have the tools in order to create, but we need to have the language. We are the independent country. We should have the content in Thai language in order to develop internet forward, in order to be part of the internet development process of the world. So the Thai people want to be one of the contributor in the World Forum. Thank you very much. Actually, I like the part that you said whatever you do or whatever you create, you have to ask for permission. That have embedded some in implication, like Japan, they have been in the forefront. A few days ago, I talked to the people from Google about search engine. When you go in to search for something, like in Thailand, even though you have been thought of as using a lot of social media, actually the Thai people should use the Thai language into such social media, but we have lost the chance to share our knowledge. That can be considered the weak point of Thailand. But like what Kun Ann said, we have to dream and pursue our dream. But before I ask, since we look at the elements of the seminar for 2 days, we will have many topics to be discussed, like technology that is being used at present and the new technology that's coming in. We have integration or the melting of the society that we want to see. That's about the future world. Other countries might have been moving forward already, and Thailand is coming along. So I would like to go back to ask, in order for us to be here together for 2 days, we want you to have a touch of technology and use such knowledge to answer the question about our dream, what you want to see, and will we have a chance to jointly press forward, either in terms of your own organization or as network, in order to create the power. That's the objective in organizing this event, in order to invite all of you to participate. Now let's go on with Dr. Tawisak. What do you want to see? What is your dream? And how can we jointly push forward.
First of all, I would like to tell you about my dream in the past. My own dream is that I can speak on the long telephone call without have to worried about the cost. It happened right now. Such a dream. We can use Skype and other IP phone, and I think that since we have the kind of open protocol and all those underlying technology can help us. We don't have to worry about the the telephone bill and everything. And you also think about the unlimited 3G in Thailand. I think we have sufficient 3G infrastructure and now. And I think many years back, it's difficult for us to have a teleconference with a long telephone conference, but now everybody can have it at any time. It's very easy, but I think some of the companies they lose their income because of the changing technology, and they change, and some of them, like we just stop using the line telephone call, and we only buy an internet card, and then we can use different kind of service, including the telephone, long telephone call and everything. And I think eventually we don't have to think about internet. We don't have to ask or request an internet connection, because it's we open and available freely for everybody. We wake up in the morning, and we probably online with the internet and don't have to think about, don't have to worry about it. And we require the stable, the continuity, and low cost of internet connection. That's what I would like to have for everybody. And I would like to see the business transaction from SME or from all side of businesses, and they just have they just all of them are online, and just like we use the paper document right now, they don't have to worry about the internet connection and everything, and including our farmers. The farmers can use the internet for their communications, for their forecasting, for their farming, for their planning and everything. They can look at the weather forecast and everything. They can check the information from the land development area. That's for instance. And I think NECTEC is working on it. NECTEC is working with the rice department, and at the end we have the term called ubiquitous, and you can be online using internet, using all kind of devices available in the future. And the last one, the internet will be very essential for our healthcare system, because our biological data, medical data can be compiled and available on the internet, and available for the healthcare services, and that's also a part of my dream. Another thing is that how the Thai children are well aware and have awareness about using internet. They don't have the negative effects, negative impacts from the internet, because if they upload very bad photos, those kind of images will be there all their life. But they should be aware. Somebody should tell them well in advance not to do those kind of things that we heard in the news. and some of the misconduct, misbehavior, they just use the bad words and everything, and it's become in the end become the kind of national broadcast. Everybody are talking about it, and this is essential, and probably different government agencies can involve working on the working with the reduce the anti-monopoly. We should not let the large corporations that can take control of the internet. But right now we have different applications. For instance, we have the Line, and all the young children use Line applications for their communications. What happens if somebody else that there was some servers that copy all those information and will be available all their life? I think from your dream is the internet will be just like an air we breathe. It will be open and free, available. But please be aware that some of the cities we cannot breathe very well in that city. The quality of the air we are breathing will be very essential. You also touch upon the farmers or people in the remote area who should have access to internet, and it's probably include disabilities, people who should have access to the internet. But some of them just related to my own experiences. Sometimes we just post anything we like without think about it, and we might regret after all. And another part very essential is about privacy, I think.
Actually, the sequence has been misused. So what kind of dream and how you pursue it? I dream in terms of technology, just like Dr. Tuisak. I would like the majority to have a chance to use technology equally. That's quite similar dream. What I want to add is that what we have to do, what is my concern is that the society that have to adjust to live with the technology, like especially the privacy. How can we raise awareness among people about human rights? Now, about the interpretation of human rights is very important. You have to respect yourself and respect other people to coexist happily. This is a new angle, so we cannot find the answer to that. So we have to leave it with the sociologists to find the solution. Especially anybody who can be the host to conduct the study would be welcome. So please, it's open for such studies. Another issue is that what I heard yesterday from Kun Morakot from TISPA. Now, if we want to pursue the dream, like Dr. Tuisak said, we are short of engineer. It's a big shortage. We cannot produce them fast enough to work in this project. This is the point that we have to find solution urgently. Otherwise, we'll miss out because our neighboring countries are in different society or maybe moving ahead of us. So we have to take care of this seriously. Like our people turn to develop all the apps or applications, but what is more serious is about the infrastructure of internet. we are short of the engineer to take care of that. So I would like to leave that with you all in terms of university and institution. We know that we cannot produce sufficient number of people, so we have to find new model to produce engineer to be responsible for the new responsibility. I think many people want to study, but they cannot enter, or they cannot enter the universities. So there must be some limitation. Another issue is that, like what we are talking, that's about public-private partnership. So the private sector who are ready have to participate. So we would like to invite the private sector to help with this. That will be another element to produce the engineers. Like what Kun Kampon said, the student want to study but they cannot enter the university. Actually, nowadays, the student don't want to study something that's very difficult. You talk about the fact. This is fact because they want to study something easy and go out and work some kind of superficial duties. But in a few years, they might not have work to do because they have weak base. I think it's momentum of the society. They want to be the artist more than engineer. That's a very that's the thing that we are really concerned about. What is your dream and what should we do to pursue our dream? I talk as the representative of government IT. So can we talk about how to contact the government without taking our house registration with us? Why we don't have to, can we not fill out the form when we contact the government office? That's very simple that I really want it to be, because the technology now facilitates such practice. So I would like to see that. As for our agency, we have to push to adopt such policy. The government also has done such things already, but the issue is that there might be only 20% of such capable agencies who can do that. Please, your dream is like mine about 8 years ago when I was a member of a Smart Card Committee. So that's very good point. Actually, this dream, I think, how can we avoid filling the form? So when we talk about people on the street can also do such transaction. And finally, if we have the power of technology and the power of people and the power of regulation, I think any people, common people can do that. For Kun Ann, you are the owner of the statement, so what dream that you want to make it come true? I have 3 phases of dream. The first phase is that we have to enjoy, we have to have passion to do, to pursue your dream. And since I take care of the government security, we have done the research about the threat. There are some kind of loophole. So we found that 80% still have the loophole. That's the first part of my dream. How can we, who develop the web and the system, to understand the basic right of the people in order to have the content match without the loophole like Autoron? They have moved forward already. But the second dream, the second phase, it's about the work that we are now pushing. I like Dr. Thuisak said that we are using 3 digits for public domain. When we want to vote, and the election commission also use 3 digits. How about the classification and the security? there might be some certain level of security, so we set the authentication at many levels. But as we have announced, but then some people might not join with us because of lack of understanding. Even the big banks. This is the second phase of my dream. For the second phase of my second dream, similar to Dr. Sak, we don't want to see the use of paper. We want to see the paperless system. When we go to the court, we wonder whether the court listen to us. So we have changed the law that the court must listen to us. But when we go to the court, we still have to submit the paper. So the court need to find a way to access to the internet system. Now it's not the legal matters, but it's the matter about the court, especially law enforcement for the public prosecution system.
We require to change the attitudes of the whole court system, whole justice system in Thailand. Have to avoid based on the paper documents only. They have to change the attitude to use the paperless system. And I also have another dream to think about all the common all the Thai people to access to the broadband connection. So I love to see 80% of the Thai population to have the access to the broadband internet. But I love that they should not only check the internet to look at the lotto numbers, but it gives more benefits for all aspects of your life. And it will create new norms. And but again, the internet can interfere with the Thai culture, Thai custom, and in particular about the Thai language. We saw a lot of change, and how can internet have more benefit that will improve the Thai language, but not destroy them. And if you talk about languages and Thai culture, custom, but I think some of, for instance, you talk about the Thai spelling, but it's the young Thai people love to spell freely, so they create their new words that they used to type in. And when you talk about the law enforcement, I would like to share with you my experience. So even I'm a moderator, I would to talk a little bit about what is in my mind. So basically, at the SEC, the Security and Exchange Commission, we open up our channel to receive the e-filing. So the different companies can file the electronic reports or the financial reports they can submit to us, but we require them also to submit one more paper reports because it is required by our law, our legal framework, because it will be a kind of a legal binding. But in terms of using the e-reports, they can just mail to our agency, and they can mail to other relevant agencies, the Revenue Department, the SET, and other agencies. But we haven't achieved the paperless society yet. But that's one of my dream also. But one of another question I would like to ask all the speakers is whether our dreams are at par with the international dreams, what they dream in other countries. Your question for me is very difficult. And you can answer anything. I didn't prepare for this one, but I should think separate into my own personal dream, and another one should be the dream of ISOC. And since I am here on the ISOC behalf, working in this region, so for my personal dream, firstly, I think it it happened right now. That's today. That's we got the INET Bangkok 2013 right now. So it's a very great honor and great achievement for Thai people, because ISOC is the core creators of internet. So for myself, I personally I think all the Thai people should be aware of this essential event, and I think I am really appreciate what happened, because since we join the internet, we join ISOC, and that does give us a presence on the internet world. And I think we have to give the regard to Miss Sophie. And my second dream is the ISOC dream, not my personal one. I dream that the Thai government support the realization of IPv6. We work on the IPv6 for many years, and I think just a few days back, the cabinet already passed the resolution of the implementation of the IPv6, and the IPv6 is the new protocol that gives us the power to create using the internet. It will be open up more and more opportunities and more innovations on the internet. And some of them we cannot foreseen at this point, and some of them we have seen it already. But many of them we will see it implemented on the IPv6, and we will see the more inclusion, more participation of the people and businesses on the IPv6, and that's just one of the milestones that we have to achieve. And next dreams regarding the ISOC, I would love to see more support from ISOC in this region, in Thailand and other countries, and in terms of creating more awareness for the people in these regions about the positive and negative side of it, and in particular the threats on the internet. And because it's not only ISOC. ISOC also work with different partner organizations who can help us in this region, and the ISOC should open up more for the all stakeholders in this region and in our country. And all of you here can also approach me, talk to me if you would like to give your hand to support ISOC on different areas of internet development. And I think all stakeholders, all the partners in Thailand, and I think we are aware that all of us have to use the power of internet, or the power to create and to work, and we really need this kind of power to create, to generate more works, more opportunities. And I believe that what we heard from speakers and everything, and I would like to emphasize that IPv6 is essential. It will be essential foundation, and we still face lots of challenges in Thailand in order to implement and the IPv6, and we have to look at the different basic infrastructures and make it happen. And let's get back to what I heard. We still have some shortage of the engineers, and we also we really need those kind of hardcore engineers. It's not only the web developers or other web applications development. And we really need the basic infrastructure. And so you mentioned about the next step. After IPv6 implementation, we also really need to create relevant infrastructure, and we need people from all walk of life, all the lawyers who understand the implications of the system and everything. But it's not that when we talk about the legal framework, people think about we have to prohibit from using this and using that, but they just would like to shut down the system and close down this and that. That's in one of the attitudes that I always heard. I think we will have some time for sharing from yours about the using of the internet, since we can use it positively or negatively, and some of the organizations use the internet, implement their security measures by just put up all the restrictions measures, that kind of thing create reverse effects for internet users. I think we came from different organizations, so in terms of the management, I think that whether we will open for staff to access internet freely.
เรียนเชิญอาจารย์ทวีศักดิ์เลยครับเรียนเชิญครับ
I haven't I haven't talked about using the device in the office. This is very complicated problem, so we don't have any immediate solution. So as we have heard, bring your own device or BOYD. Now there is one camp of cell phone producer can have two type of spirit. Like when you are in the office, you have another type of internet and another type when you are out. So we don't know whether we will be successful in providing such two spirits internet. So each agency have to be very careful about that. But in Thailand, for the organization that have set up such regulations are quite few, and I think it's a good point that we have to really look at it seriously and have to follow the news about which part is good or not. So we cannot reverse the flow, so we have to open, but whether it should be in terms of permission or prohibition, then it depends on the people in each organization. Sometimes you don't have to prohibit, but the engineers who take care of the network, they have to set up some kind of filter. So it's the right of the employers to do so, whether what or to what extent the internet can be used, and if they don't have the frequency there, they can use 3Gs like the Thai people. We want to imitate the foreigners' culture, but the Thai people, we have to develop the people quite a lot. We have to raise awareness among them how to use such internets. For the government agency, they have this kind of issue as well. When compare with the private sector, we are quite slow because of the understanding and the knowledge in accepting things that needs time to adjust themselves. But the good point is that if we can push forward the policy or measures, like to push through the cabinet, then we have to follow up whether we really have to supervise such practice or announcement or notification. So what should be the elements in that announcement? Now, Kun Surankana, please. Actually, Ajahn Chusak is a member of electronic committee who set security measures at minimum level. I think we have to use the power of the cabinet, but in the agency, from our agency point of view, since we are promoting organization, we think sanction is not suitable for our organization since we need new generation to come work. But we have a problem about communication. How can we solve such problem in order to create a more warm environment? But we have the iron rule too. Like if you want to access internet, we set the time out and so on. We have to set the password and some filtering steps in order to provide security of our system. At the same time, we try to allow for innovation. Like we mostly talk about our work, but for some with classification level, so we have to use special method of management. So there are many kind of options, and each options concern regulations and measures. Ajahn Kanchana, you are thinking about your next meeting in the government house. So about the negative or positive aspect, you have any suggestion or recommendation? I don't have such recommendation or suggestion, but for the negative and positive society, it has been with us since ancient period. It is natural. We cannot do it or amend it. But if we want the positive angle, it's our duty to do so. So the most important thing to provide a positive angle is that you have to respect your fellow human beings, and which is very important principle for the internet. Society have taught us. In the old days, we have fought each other, but now we respect each other. So that's the result of such learning to be in the internet society. About positive and negative aspect, I would like to leave the word of Ajahn Kanchana to people, and I agree with her because it's the responsibility of everybody. How can we do it? But have to be independent, because open system is better than closed system, as you can see from the ecosystem, because natural system is the most complete system. So the power to create is the power that's in your hand. So we have to leave the future with all of us to push the power to create better society of Thailand, to be on this globe in terms of physical and virtual aspect with limited time. Actually, I have many questions, but since we don't have time, so I would like you all to follow up, because there might be a lot of questions and answers that we can receive from this 2-day seminar. Dr. Tavisak, for INET Bangkok 2013, we organized many sessions, and each this is first session. We talk about the dream, but I believe that if you help each other to think and set out the roadmap for Thailand, so tomorrow afternoon, then we can collect and compile such dream to be agenda for open system and help each other to create whatever we want to do and create the roadmap and find the supporters for Thailand to move forward. So everybody can help create the open system of internet. So I would like to leave that with all of you and for other sessions. When you talk about internet roadmap for Thailand, actually now we don't have such internet roadmap. What are the clear direction? How can we join hands? So for ICT, that's another broad concept. But since we have this event, I think the people at my generation, so we have to ask the new generation, please help take care of the country. So we'll change to be supporter. I'm still active in the practice. I help with the courts IT system. So I think we all here for 2 days can help provide opinions and directions without anybody to order you to do. So everybody might have different ideas and that want to be proposed personally or as organization. So you can feed such information. Kun Dongtip, yeah, I would like to invite you all, but for the closing ceremony tomorrow, please, whether you are Thai people or our foreign friends who are interested in the future of internet, please provide your opinion. There will be a panel for the closing part. We will have the kind of brainstorming. We separate into 2 parts for the Thai people and also for foreigners who have some kind of perspective on Thailand. So we hope we'll find the first roadmap. As for ISOC, I think we will observe in order to find out whether such roadmap can be beneficial in order to map out the new roadmap for us. Actually, from our work in the past and in developing internet in Thailand now, each person are doing their own work. But if we have the roadmap, then we can see the same picture in order to go to the same direction. Anybody want to add, Dr. Kanchana? I would like to leave it with the Thai people who haven't visited the booth. Thailand is one among not many that have been using internet at the same time as the US and Korea. According to the age of, we are the pioneer among the pioneer countries to use the internet. So we have many people who are very good, very smart in using. Let's think, where are they now? And so I would like to leave with you. The future is on the internet. So internet cannot be withdrawn. So let's move forward and think together and create something for Thailand at our region. And we'll join hand in 2015 as AEC. How can we move forward? I believe that many people here would like to take part in pushing forward the internet society of Thailand to move forward. So this is good opportunity to join hands to provide support with limited time. I would like to give a big round of applause to คุณดวงทิพย์ครับ Dr. ศักดิ์เสกขุนทศ Dr. ทวีศักดิ์กรนันตกูล Dr. กาญจนาการจนสุด and คุณสรังคนาวายุภาพ and in the afternoon session there will be seminars, so would like to invite you all to participate. We'll start about 1:30, so I would like to conclude the morning session here. Thank you very much.